Hi Vibers, welcome to day 20 of our 30 days of cat spirit animal wisdom. If you happen to be new here, my name is Sean and I am going to be your oracle card reader today. So we are finishing up our 2-card pulls, or at least the version of 2-card pulls that we've been doing for this week, with looking at a problem that you have and the solution for that problem. So if you found this message today, a problem that you are probably dealing with is, ooh, interesting. It says, Watcher, be your own witness. Are you not trusting your own truth? That's what I'm getting there. Watcher, be your own witness. I'm going to talk more on that in a second. Let's grab the solution first, okay? Ooh, y'all, I felt that in my gut. Ooh. And the solution, for those of you who found this reading today, the solution to this for you is, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. What is the solution here? There we go. Territorial, find your place. Okay, yeah, this is all about self-definition, self-referral, validating the self-truth, self-worth, all of the stuff that I tend to talk about a lot, right? I talk about self-worth stuff a lot. So the problem here is you are really good at seeing other people's viewpoints, very good at seeing other people's side of things. You might identify as an empath. You might feel very empathetic or very compassionate. But what is harming you is you are doing that to the detriment of the self. You are not being your own witness to the events that are transpiring in your life or the things that are happening to you. If you are experiencing something and you define it as A and someone comes along and defines it as B, then you release your definition of A and come back and start claiming it as B along with them. I hope you followed that. I'm sure it was easy. And the solution, territorial, find your own place, is simply this: you belong. You belong. And you belong means that not only do you physically belong where you are, but your perspective belongs. And it doesn't just belong in the situation, it belongs to you. You have ownership of your experience. You have ownership of your life, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your actions, your desires, your wants, your needs. Becoming more territorial about that which is yours is going to be the solution for the problem of not fully witnessing and therefore not fully experiencing your life for you. You are not here to be the reflection of other people's realities. You contribute to their realities by your presence and your presence is enough, right? But by your presence and you know, sometimes being supportive for them, sometimes being what's the word? The opposite of supportive would being like sometimes you are there to reflect back things to people, but sometimes you are there to be the opposite of what they are seeing or feeling. There's a very specific word that I can't think of right now. If you know the word I'm thinking of, if you happen to be psychic, put it in the comments. But it's like the idea of being the thing that actually does cause friction for them, so that they can grow, so they can become more, so that they can advance or learn, sometimes even so that they can have retribution or be punished for something that they shouldn't do. Now, I'm not saying for you to go out there and become like a what's it called on Criminal Minds? They call it a injustice collector. I'm not saying for you to go out there and become the person that does vigilante justice. I'm simply saying that when you find yourself in situations where your viewpoint of a scenario or your opinion of something is the opposite of someone that you happen to either care very deeply about or respect or otherwise just don't want to upset, know that it might actually be your purpose in that moment to upset them. Not intentionally, not like I'm just here to make your life miserable, not like that, but just in presenting this other viewpoint that you have that does not align with theirs, that does not coalesce easily with theirs, you might actually be doing them a great service. You may actually be helping them to see life in a different way that might actually end up being more beneficial for them than if they continued on the train of thought or with the series of opinions that they were already holding. But in addition to that, and I feel like that came up so quickly and so robustly, because with you guys being empaths and compassionate people, the focus tends to be on adopting other people's truths so that they can feel loved and or supported or not refuted against. But the other piece to it is about what it means for you. What it means for you to be able to be the witness to your own experience and the validator of that experience, the witness to your own emotions and thoughts and the validator of those emotions and thoughts, and to self-refer. What it does is it empowers you. It empowers you to live a life reflective of who you really are and what you really need. And when you do that, you can be of better service to others. If being of service to others is what you want to do. You could just be out here for the joy of it. And being a witness to your own experience and your own beliefs will allow you to enjoy life more because you will be in harmony with you. You will have mind, body, spirit alignment. And because of that alignment and because of that harmony, you will flow within the universe in an even greater way than you could if you were never validating yourself. Never witnessing what you're experiencing. Real talk, okay? Some of us have found ourselves in situations where we didn't know how bad it was until after we got out of it. Have you had that? When that happens, it's because we are not being our own witness. We are not watching carefully what we're experiencing and what's happening to us. Don't do that to yourself anymore. To the best of your ability, to the amount that you can help it. Don't do that to yourself anymore. Now, if you resonate with what I just said, this last piece that I just said specifically, because of what that is and what it means for people's lives, typically at this point of the video, I would say something about, if you want a personal reading, come to me. I'm going to help you with that. And I tell you how to connect with me for personal readings. And you guys can always do that. I will always be available for you for that. But if you identify with this last piece of what I said, I also want to encourage you to look at the possibility of getting some counseling around that inability to self-validate, to get some counseling around feelings of low self-worth that might be overriding your experience of life. You might be living a life that is not your life, because some of us get there. We're doing all the things, but they're all the things that someone else wanted for us or wanted us to do or need us to do or be. And we are missing from our own experience. And that does not have to be your future just because it is currently your present and has been your past. So I want to say to you, if you feel that that has been the case for you and you have found yourself in harmful situations, abused or neglected because of it, and if you are just like, no, I don't like counselors or therapists and I absolutely need to to talk to a tarot reader about it, let me tell you somebody who's really good at that kind of work. Alyssa Larose of Celtic Fairy Tarot. If you're familiar with her channel on YouTube, you know that she does a lot of stuff around inner child work or inner child healing. And I feel that when we find ourselves unable to be our own witness, unable to validate or self-refer, the root of that woundedness comes from our childhood. And Alyssa does do personal readings specifically around that. She is a specialist at it. And so you might want to consider reaching out to her. I don't remember her email address off the top of my head, but what I will do is I will put it in the description box of this video so that if you would like to reach out to her for a personal reading. Actually, you know what? When I edit this, I will also put it across the screen here. So you're probably going to see it flash right now. You can reach out to Alyssa Larose for help with that area of your life. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I am so glad to have you as part of my community, and I'm so grateful that you let me be a part of your life. I will see you for our 21st day. The next one is going to be day 21 of our 30 days of cat, spirit, animal wisdom. Bye, guys.